It's 11 p.m. and these are the headlines. President of the Republic Abdelmajid Tebboune held private talks with the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, ahead of the farewell ceremony at the international airport, Houari Boumediene. The President of the Republic, and who holds the Sadr rank of the National Order of Merit, awards the Athir rank of the National Order of Merit to his brother President of South Africa, honoring his exceptional contributions in defending human values. And between the two countries, a declaration of strategic partnership and a commitment to support the rights of oppressed peoples. On the third and last day of his visit to Algeria, the President of South Africa paid a visit to the Central Logistics Base in the First Military Region. Struggle for independence and right to self-determination continues for Sahrawi people. Judicial decisions and international support are intensifying amid current states of human rights and sovereignty. In Morocco, the Makhzen's attempt to promote a fictitious map, including Western Sahara, has been thwarted, while reports reveal the regime's efforts to solicit funds for hosting sporting events. Welcome back, everyone. Today, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, concluded his state visit to Algeria. And ahead of the farewell ceremony, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, held private talks in the VIP lounge of Houari Boumediene International Airport with his South African counterpart. President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, bid farewell to South African President Cyril Ramaphosa at Houari Boumediene International Airport in Algiers. After listening to both national anthems and saluting the national emblem, the two leaders reviewed detachments of the PNA, paying them the honors. Algeria's guest shook hands with senior state officials and members of the government, while the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, bid farewell to the high-level South African delegation accompanying his counterpart, the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. The visit culminated in the signing of a joint declaration by the President of the Republic and his counterpart, the President of the Republic of South Africa, establishing a strategic partnership between the two countries. The visit also strengthened cooperation and partnership in various fields, including defense, diplomacy, economy, energy, agriculture, and sustainable development. During the state visit of the President of South Africa to Algeria, the President of the Republic, and who holds the southern rank of the National Order of Merit, decided to confer the Athir rank of the National Order of Merit on President Cyril Ramaphosa. This recognition honors his exceptional contributions, as well as those of the South African government and people, for their distinguished role in defending shared human values on the global stage and condemning the genocidal acts committed against the Palestinian people by the apartheid regime of the Zionist entity.
بمناسبة زيارة الدولة التي يباشرها إلى الجزائر فخامة الرئيس سيريل ماتاميلا رامابوزا رئيس جمهورية جنوب إفريقيا، فقد قرر السيد عبد المجيد تبون رئيس الجمهورية صدر مصف الاستحقاق الوطني منح أخيه فخامة الرئيس رامابوزا وسام أثير من مصف الاستحقاق للجمهورية الجزائرية الديمقراطية الشعبية.
As part of his state visit to Algeria at the invitation of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, today, accompanied by Mohamed Arqab, Minister of State, Minister of Energy and Mines and Renewable Energy, paid a visit to the Central Logistics Base in the First Military Region. Rania Al-Bahri.
The President of the Republic of South Africa was welcomed by Major General Ali Sidan, Commander of the 1st Military Region, and the presence of Major General Ismail Siddiqui, Head of the Organization Logistics Department of the National People's Army General Staff. At the beginning, military honors were paid to the South African President by the various formations of the ANP forces. After the welcoming speech delivered by the commander of the 1st Military Region, the guest of Algeria followed the presentation made by the General Director General of the Central Logistics Base on the organization and missions assigned to the Central Logistics Base. Cyril Ramaphosa then visited the various departments and workshops of the base, including the Tracked Vehicle Renovation Department and the Foundry Workshop, where he was given detailed explanations on the function and missions of these workshops. At the end of the visit, the President of the Republic of South Africa signed the Golden Book of the Central Logistics Base.
Now let's take stock of the state visit by Algeria by the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, a visit that helped to strengthen the bonds of friendship and fraternity that united the two countries and concretized the historical relations. Through this visit, the two heads of states intend to take bilateral relations to broader horizons. Rania Al-Bahri.
The state visit of the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, to Algeria confirms the new dynamics and the qualitative leap in the solid relationship between the two countries, as well as their common aspirations for global economic integration and their efforts for peace, security and prosperity in Africa and the world. Two nations with a glorious past in favor of just causes in the world, including the Palestinian and the Sahrawi causes, based on their long history of struggle against colonial powers. For his part, the head of state emphasized the current regional and international situation, especially the Zionist aggression on the Gaza Strip and Lebanon. He saluted the lawsuit filed by the Republic of South Africa at the International Court of Justice. Cyril Ramaphosa welcomed Algeria's steadfast support for the struggle of Western Sahara and its right to self-determination. He also reminded the international community of its responsibility towards the Sahrawi people. Based on their strong political relations, the two countries aspire to work together to strengthen, boost economic cooperation, explore investment opportunities, and examine new possibilities for cooperation in various fields. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, co-chaired at the headquarters of the Presidency of the Republic with the President of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, the proceedings of the meeting of the 7th session of the Algerian-South African High Bilateral Cooperation Committee. This meeting was an opportunity to review the state of bilateral relations and to examine ways and means to consolidate cooperation and partnership in various areas such as defense, diplomacy, economy, energy, agriculture, and sustainable development. Emphasis was also placed on the importance of translating the common political will of the leaders of the two countries to implement joint projects on the ground. Project that will serve the interests of the two brotherly peoples and that will strengthen the position of Algeria and South Africa on the African and international scene. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, said that the business forum was held to be a space for communication between economic operators and the declaration of strategic partnership was signed. Cyril Ramaphosa reaffirmed that he and President Tebboune are satisfied with the detailed report presented by the ministers on the progress in the key sector in cooperation in the two countries, Algeria and South Africa, adding that this bilateral commission is a mechanism that gives the two countries the capacity to strengthen commercial relations and also increase the volume of trade. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, recipient of the Medal of the Order of National Merit in the rank of Sadr, has decided to award the Medal of the Order of National Merit in the rank of Athir to his brother Cyril Ramaphosa in recognition of his eminent efforts and those of the state of South Africa, government and people for his exceptional role in defending common human values on the international scene and in denouncing the crimes of genocide suffered by the brotherly Palestinian people at the hands of the apartheid regime of the Zionist entity.
In other news, the Sahrawi people's struggle for self-determination gains momentum through legal victories, solidarity efforts, and condemning Moroccan occupation and media suppression. Najah Tayyar explains.
An international delegation composed of lawyers, human rights defenders and social activists has arrived in the Sahrawi refugee camps to express their solidarity and support for the Sahrawi people in their struggle against the Moroccan occupation. Across the globe, the Sahrawi cause remains at the forefront of the militant actions for just causes. We fight until our last breath with our weapons and through legal battles.
وكذلك المعركة القانونية.
We're here to show our support and solidarity with the Sahrawi cause and to provide them with legal aid. The latest decision by the European Court of Justice is historical and has clearly determined the fundamental rights of the Sahrawi people by definitively annulling 2 trade agreements concluded between the European Union and Morocco in 2019 on fishing and agriculture. The Court of Justice of the European Union's decision in the case of the spoliation of the Western Sahara's natural resources is not only an achievement and a new opportunity, but also a sharp rebuttal to the Moroccan occupiers' propaganda. The panels reaffirmed the Sahrawi people's inviolable and non-negotiable right to self-determination in line with the international resolutions set forth by the UN and the African Union. We are present in the Sahrawi refugee camps to see the situation of the refugees up close. We intend to work and continue to study all the legal data to become aware of the Sahrawi legality, which will hopefully lead to the self-determination of this oppressed people. The media blockade imposed on Western Sahara, along with the systematic policy of expelling human rights observers from the Sahrawi territories, was strongly condemned during a recent conference. This event also reaffirmed its support for the Sahrawi cause, which is experiencing significant development on multiple fronts.
Always with the just cause, the president of the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, Ibrahim Ghali, met today with the delegations participating in the international meeting of jurists held in the Sahrawi refugee camps. President Ghali expressed gratitude to the participants for their dedication and efforts in advancing legal battles to safeguard the rights and resources of the Sahrawi people. Let's have a listen to him.
I would like to thank all the participants who contributed to this meeting, who succeeded in achieving through their lectures and meetings in relation to the decision of the Court of Justice of the European Union, which is attributed to the Sahrawi people, something that some have tried to deny, particularly with regard to the wealth of their sovereignty over their land and the recognition of the Polisario Front as the sole and unique political and economic representative of the Sahrawi people. All these participants are going home with the new ideas to consolidate their legal defense of the Sahrawi cause.
Sahrawi women commemorate 50 years of perseverance in their struggle for independence, receiving global solidarity and backing for their cause. Najah Tayyar explains.
The Sahrawi women marked 5 decades of resilience and struggle against Moroccan occupation, remaining resolute in their pursuit of a free and independent state. The anniversary was commemorated with a solidarity event attended by the Sahrawi president, Ibrahim Ghali, and numerous international activists. I saw these Sahrawi women by my own eyes facing aggression, and I'm very happy that they were able to strengthen their state and defend their right to self-determination. The Sahrawis face very difficult conditions. We must support the Sahrawi people and their cause.
واقفون إلى جانب القضية الصحراوية.
I represent the Association of Support for the Right of Self-Determination of the Sahrawi people in Brazil. We participate in the celebrations of the National Union of the Sahrawi Women, and we thank them for the initiative and for all the activities programmed today. The National Union of the Sahrawi Women has been instrumental in advocating for the rights of the Sahrawi people, playing a key role in securing national and international support for their just cause. Our women are activists within the National Union of the Sahrawi Women, an association which accompanies and defends the Sahrawi women who suffer the worst atrocities. This union also defends our cause through international organizations. Despite all obstacles, the Sahrawi women continue to stand strong, determined and steadfast in their fight for independence.
FIFA and the European Union have reinforced their commitment to international law by rejecting Morocco's attempts to include Western Sahara in its 2030 World Cup bid and invalidating trade agreements with Morocco over the region's rights. Najah Tayyar once again.
The issue of Western Sahara remains a contentious topic in a tense geopolitical context. The FIFA has firmly rejected Morocco's attempt to include Western Sahara in its joint bid with Spain and Portugal for the 2030 World Cup, emphasizing the distinction between Morocco and Western Sahara. This effort by Morocco is highlighted in an article by the journalist Francisco Carrion on the Spanish website El Independiente. The FIFA's refusal to adopt this map comes on the top of repeated protests from the Moroccan population denouncing the organization of this sporting event, with all the expenses borne by the public treasury at a time when thousands of Moroccan families are unable to meet their needs. The city of Tangier has the worst ranking according to the FIFA in terms of soccer pitches compared to Portugal and Spain. The FIFA delegation sent to Tangier noted that there were a lack of transportation, no tramway or metro, and a flagrant lack of hotels. In the end, the city we were so proud of received a mediocre score of 2.2 in terms of residences and 2.6 in terms of transportation, far from the standards required to host a competition of this scale. These diplomatic setbacks for Rabat come at a time when Morocco's aspirations are increasingly being challenged on the international stage, and by refusing to bow to pressure, FIFA and the European Union are reaffirming their commitment to respecting international law. In addition to the international law and the UN resolutions, on October 4th, the European Court of Justice definitively invalidated 2 trade agreements between the European Union and Morocco on fisheries and agriculture. The European Court concluded that these agreements, to which of the people of the Western Sahara did not consent, were concluded in disregard of the principles of the self-determination and the relative effect of treaties.
That was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.